This is the fourth section on the discussion on fourth generation photodynamic therapy. One of the interesting things about this is we can control the laser dose by controlling either the power on the laser or the amount of time that it's over it. If you put a small dose of light in, it creates apoptosis. Apoptosis is a gentle death process. We put the sensitizer into the mitochondrial membrane. That breaks up BCL2 and BCL-XL. Those are the enzymes that allow cancer to continue to survive. When you get rid of those, the mitochondrial membrane potential drops and the cell dies on its own. That's fantastic because there's less pain, there's less inflammation, less damage to the body in general, and it triggers the immune system. Later on, we go to a higher dose of laser, and that induces necrosis. So the first one, apoptosis, is just kind of like going up to the cell and saying, how would you like to just give up and die now? Don't you think that would be a good idea? And trying to get it to agree with you. Necrosis is more like walking up to the cell and shoving a hand grenade in it. It will die, but it'll cause more inflammation and more of a toxic reaction. So we start always with apoptosis, with low laser doses, and then we proceed to a higher dosage of laser to create the necrosis to clean up what's left over. Now, this is the key to everything we do. This process creates a vaccination in the body against the specific cancer that is in that person's body. That activates the immune system to go after every remaining cancer cell in the body. We've had cases where there was cancer left. Obviously, we can't kill all of it at the first time. But over a period of months, the immune system eliminates everything that's left. I personally believe that the only way you can have a lifelong remission from cancer is to cause the immune system to go after it. So everything we do is focused on that. The result is, well, first they talk about adaptive immunity, which means that if you take blood from the person who has been immunized against a particular type of cancer and put it into someone else with an identical cancer, it will eliminate their cancer. It also means that if you have, say you have a breast tumor, but it's in the back and it's in the lungs and it's in the brain, we can try to treat all of it, but given the amount of time it takes with the laser, sometimes there's some things left. Those remote metastases that are left are controlled by the immune system. They've seen this in many cases in animal studies, where they treat the animal for its main tumor. They know that it has secondary tumors, and those disappear over a matter of weeks, or at the most months. They also know that if they re-inject those same animals with the same cancer, it won't take. They can't give them cancer anymore, at least not that type of cancer. We know now that you can get a second type of cancer even after you've been made immune to this. But part of our technology involves teaching people and providing the supplements to restore the body to health so it's not subject to cancer. So we get an inflammation due to necrosis. There's also some inflammation due to apoptosis, but not as severe. And we get an immune response either with apoptosis or necrosis, which is interesting because they used to say that apoptotic kills did not produce an immune response, but we now know that that's not true. In the next section, we'll discuss what the effect of that is in combating the cancer.